You could be forgiven for thinking a predictable trend was happening. Familiar faces atop of the standings. But dig a little deeper and the picture painted is very different. There are guns back in the saddle, just getting their eye in. New Arsenal for a quietly spoken warrior. Unwavering determination when the odds might seem against them. The spirits and smarts worthy of the front line, and war horses that celebrate some great eras. Welcome to the Sunshine State for the Accent Benchtops Rally Queensland. Round 3 of the Bosch Motorsport Australia Rally Championship.
It's a nice place to go in winter to be able to go up to Queensland.
7 left plus and again 9 right on Brown.
The roads there are really demanding. Some really technical, quite rough. You have to get your pace notes right.
It's about survival really. You've got to be there at the end.
My God.
It's either snotty and rough or it's absolutely balls to the wall fast.
You've got to have your wits about it in Queensland, that's for sure.
Love-hate with Rally Queensland. We haven't had much luck up there either, but like the roads.
Similar to Canberra roads, a bit tight and technical and rough.
Got some big boulders and jumps and it's very hard on a car.
Probably the hardest rally on the calendar. It's a different event altogether.
Gympie, famous for its goldfields and sitting on the picturesque Mary River. We're 70 kilometres from Noosa and Rainbow Beach, making this a beautiful part of the Sunshine State. Hi everyone, I'm Dean Herridge and welcome to round 3 of the Bosch Motorsport Australia Rally Championship. This is Accent Benchtops Rally Queensland. And of course we kick our championship off in Canberra, then we cross the Nullarbor to the west. Next up after this round is Gippsland. We'll visit South Australia in September before we wrap up the year with an exciting new round in Burnie in the north of Tassie. This weekend sees the teams compete across 2 days. Saturday holds 8 stages, with Sunday having 6. A combined distance of just under 200 competitive kilometres, finishing with the galvanised Insurance Power Stage. So it's been an action-packed start with the first 2 rounds. So let's take a look back at the season so far.
Mother Nature won the opening day of the 2024 championship, but the skies cleared for a Sunday sprint, and it was epic. Most thought the locally built Yaris in the hands of Lewis Bates would be hard to beat in his own backyard, but Scott Pedder made his intentions clear with a speedy return to the sport. As the stages to the east of Canberra dried, it was Harry Bates who roared into contention, giving the new Rally 2-spec Yaris its first win down under. And a day to remember for Alex Rouleau, joining that special club to grace the podium in the ARC. From there we headed west for another event that is a part of the fabric of our sport. Molly Taylor fought back from drive shaft issues in a gritty performance to retain the points lead in the production class, while Pedder again experienced the full gamut of rally emotions. The Rouleaus charged up the leaderboard on the final day of their home event as the lure of a podium forced Alex and Eddie Maguire to lay it all on the line in the power stage. For the second straight event, the WA youngster picked up some silverware as Toyota scored another 1-2. Harry Bates and Coral Taylor extending their series lead over their stablemates Lewis Bates and Anthony McLaughlin.
So here's the championship standings coming into this weekend. Harry Bates leads by 31 points. Alex Rouleau only 7 points behind Lewis in third. Heat 1 winner from WA, Scott Pedder, is a single point in front of the Tasmanian Eddie Maguire. Molly Taylor is 8th behind Steve Maguire and Peter Rouleau, however leads the Main Fix Production Cup coming into this round. Dave Thomas leads Two-Wheel Drive Cup, Jaden Glusky heads up the Junior Cup, and Dave Thompson is leading Trenching Systems Australia Two-Wheel Drive Classic Cup. And rounding it out, the Four-Wheel Drive Classic Cup leader is Michael Harding. Over 60 cars are entered this weekend. Luke Annear rejoins the series in the Lewis Bates Championship winning car from 2022. The 2023 Production Cup champion Bodie Reading is back in his Subaru. as is Tony Sullins after missing Western Australia. And Glenn Brinkman returns to the ARC fresh from competing at the Fink Desert Race. Some very talented Classic Cup and junior competitors from across the country round out our ARC entries. The weekend's action kicked off on Friday night with the ever-popular Wheels on Mary in the centre of Gympie, and that's where we sent Charlie Barlow, who's joining us this weekend, to go and catch up with some of the drivers.
Harry, an action-packed start to the year for you, but still leading the championship, heading into round 3 right here in Gympie. How are you feeling? How are the preparations?
Oh yeah, great. It's probably my favourite rally here, to be honest. The roads are a real challenge, and they're real drivers' roads. They're not sort of your typical Aussie fast roads. There's a lot more to this event, and really looking forward to getting out on the stages and going for another win this weekend.
Luke Kinnear, very exciting to have you back. First hit out of 2024.
Yeah, thanks, Charlie. It's really good to be back in the Toyota, obviously. So it's pretty exciting to be able to test out the Yaris and see how that compares to the Fiesta. So it's just good to be back. It's always been my favourite event, and hopefully this year we can get to the end.
Eddie Maguire, you were in complete contention for a win in WA, but now it is round 3 in Gympie. How's the confidence feeling in the Skoda this weekend?
Yeah, really good. We had a great test yesterday, but yeah, coming off the back of WA, it was fantastic. We really found a bit more pace. We think we may have found a little bit more now. I know I keep saying that every round, but I think we are. The roads in Recce today look fantastic. They look a lot better condition than they were last year. Really enjoyed last year. We got second outright last year, so look, it'll be really nice to better that.
Ryan, it's always great to race in your local ARC round, and of course the Production Cup battle is heating up.
Yeah, I'm so stoked. Like the battle that is going to be here this weekend is going to be sublime, and home event, all the people here, I'm ecstatic.
Bodie, reigning Production Cup champion, excited to be back for 2024. Looks like you're raring to go.
Yeah, no, we're here, we're ready to go. So yeah, it's our first event for this year. Hopefully we can do all the rounds. It's probably the best event to come back to, especially with this atmosphere and all the people. And I just want to say a massive thanks to all our sponsors, especially the Les Walkden rallying team, for being able to give us this opportunity to come back and try and defend our title.
Smarty, you're a local and you're back and you're a past outright winner, so it's all to play for you this weekend.
Yeah, apparently there's talk of that, but no pressure, I guess. These roads are looking really good. Our preparation's been last minute, which is not what I like, but we're here, so we'll see what the weekend brings.
It's time to get in the action now, so let's recap stages 1, 2 and 3.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Into 4 left, and the flat jump 60, 4 right.
It didn't take long for the dramas to unfold on SS1, with this championship-defining moment bringing Harry Bates and Coral Taylor's rally to a halt just 2.2 kilometres into stage 1.
60 into 5 right minus 6.
That crash seeing Bates and Taylor stuck on the side of the road, with the team now charged with getting the car back up and running to maximise their points haul. With the event favourite out of the running, that opened up the opportunity for Scott Petter to take 3 stage wins, ending stage 3 20 seconds ahead of Lewis Bates in second.
Doesn't feel like that in the car. I mean, the times are there. G-Mac's doing a good job. Notes are really good. Just trying to find that balance between obviously Harry being off for 2 Ks into the first stage and, sort of knowing we've got the pace on the others a little bit, but, trying to be conservative. So I'm just trying to tell myself to drive normal, but it's difficult.
It wasn't smooth sailing for the number 2 Toyota, with a puncher seeing them drop time in the final 7 kilometres of the stage, but impressively still second quickest.
About halfway through we started getting a slow puncture and then it got worse and worse throughout the stage, so just decided to drive on it, but yeah, we had, 7 or 8k to go when we got it, so a bit frustrating, but that's life.
Eddie Maguire and Zach Brakey were quick all morning and finished 3rd after 3 stages.
Car's feeling really good. I'm struggling to come to grips with the changes in the car, but that's just me.
Alex Rullo sat 4th, only 6.9 seconds behind the podium places. He and co-driver Steve Glennie nursing a sore back and a cracked windscreen after this heavy impact.
Yeah, tricky. We did all right in that second one. First one we hit a pretty big dip, so just took it a little bit cautious after that, and we probably need to raise the car a little bit. It is pretty bumpy out there for us.
The rough roads caught out a few other competitors as well. Spins for Tom Clark and Ryan Preston on the morning's third stage.
Did the same as Luke. Yep.
It was also a close call for Tony Sullins and Kaylee Newell.
Right 5 long to turn left 2.5.
Whoa, I've done exactly what Luke and me did.
We're right, we're right. Turn left 2.5.
In the main Fix Production Cup, the pre-event prediction for Type Battle came true early, setting the scene for an epic weekend in the class. Clayton Hoy and Pip Bennett super fast out of the blocks, claiming the fastest time of all production runners in stage 1.
Obviously, yeah, it was a bit unsettling seeing Harry at the start, so that pulled us in line.
But the local pair of Ryan Williams and Brad Jones put the heat back on the other competitors. Fastest of the Cup runners on stage 2.
Yeah, that was a hell of a slippery stage. I did make a mistake in there, so that was a blue. But yeah, just need to screw my head on and keep going. But no, I'm stoked to be at the top of the main Fix Production Cup. So we'll just keep it going and put a bit more of a level head on.
But Molly Taylor and Andy Saranis fought back on the third stage and took the Production Cup lead, finding some pace to move ahead of Hoy by just 2.3 seconds and 5th outright.
The road is smooth, but there's just a lot of washouts and compressions and stuff like that. So that one, there's a few, and we probably could go a bit harder over them. But it's trying to find that balance of first pass through and make sure we look after the cars as well.
So after 3 stages, Scott Petter leads Lewis Bates by 20.2 seconds. Eddie Maguire is third, only 2.4 seconds behind Lewis. Then it remains tight with Steve Maguire just 5.7 seconds behind his brother and Alex Rullo just 1.2 seconds back in 5th. A strong start for the Luff brothers who sit in 8th. And the main Fix Production Cup runners sit well in outright terms, but Molly Taylor leads Clayton Hoy by 2.3 seconds with Ryan Williams 5.9 seconds back in the Cup fight. Justin Northridge leads Two-Wheel Drive Cup. Junior leader is Mitch Garrard and Ryan Smart tops Two-Wheel Drive Classic. And joining me on the desk is the Maguire Motorsport team. Well done, Steve and Eddie Maguire. What a day for you guys. A second and a third career best for you, particularly, Steve. Well done, mate. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you very much. Feels like I'm about to play karaoke. But probably drove better today than karaoke. So, yeah, we're wrapped. We're wrapped with our result.
Where did this come from? Because I feel like in the opening couple of rounds, you were sort of just struggling with a bit of setup. It's a brand new car. I get it's hard to drive, but it just seemed to click this morning. Where did some of that come from?
Yeah, it was a bit with setup, that's for sure, and Eddie and I worked together at testing. But also, I was quite frustrated at Western Australia. I knew I can be quicker than that, and I did a lot of homework. I said I would on the notes, and yeah, got some confidence in the faster stuff in our notes. So.
Eddie, jumping to the fact that you did do a bit, I think you swapped cars at some point. You sat with each other as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, so I jumped in Steve's car at testing, and Steve hopped in with me just to, I don't know, just to feel, sort of find out where I suppose we are getting the pace over him a little bit. And I was just blown away at his car setup and how the shocks worked. So we slipped our spare set of shocks down to Murray Coots and got them revalved to match Steve's and back in the car, and yeah, it made a good difference.
You've got the same evolution of car. That seems strange that you went so far down different tracks. Is that just by default on 2 rounds of just being so busy, or was it sort of just a reset moment?
Yeah, just 2 different cars coming from 2 different places, and just the internals of the shocks were completely different. Yeah. Neither of them were wrong, but yeah, just completely different. And the Steve setup really suited me. So today was great. In a lot of areas it was heaps better, but in some areas I probably lost a little bit, and we managed to tune it back a little bit towards the end of the day. So we've probably made more gains this weekend than we have since we've had the car.
Mate, I know career best for you, Steve. Eddie, second again. I know the feeling, by the way, but oh so close to a heat victory. What's going to take tomorrow to try and sort of get up that one more spot?
Yeah, I guess we'll just see how we go. Scott's going really well. I'm not ready to push to his pace until I'm happy with the car, and as much as I am happy with it, it's got a little bit to go. So when we get that sweet spot, I reckon we'll be right on his heels.
Yeah, good to hear. And you're in that sweet spot at the moment. You've banked this result now. What's your take on tomorrow? You've got a great co-driver, Ben Sears. He's a good driver in his own right. Now that confidence comes, do you build a little bit more pace into your program tomorrow, or you're happy where you're sitting at the moment?
No, I certainly will. This afternoon we trimmed it back a little bit and just wanted to sort of get through and make it pretty smooth. But tomorrow, yeah, we'll push pretty hard. Probably prefer tomorrow's stages. So, yeah, we'll have a crack.
All So good luck, guys. Well done. Look out for the blue and, of course, the red Maguire Motorsport cars. When we started off this one, of course, they were in 3rd and 4th. Let's see how they got into that 2nd, 3rd position. We'll start off with the action of stages 4, 5 and 6. A bad day for Toyota would get considerably worse. The rally's 4th stage proving to be catastrophic for the Neil Bates Motorsport team. Lewis Bates and Anthony McLaughlin's Rally Queensland came to a screeching halt thanks to this monster crash.
Short 6 left on right crest, brake 40.
You alright?
Yeah.
I missed a note, what was it?
You get out? The impact forcing the pair to return to Petters Rally Central with no points and a heavily damaged Yaris.
Yeah, firstly, both Anthony and I are okay. We're both feeling 100%. Yeah, quite a big accident. Definitely the biggest accident I've ever had in my career. Unfortunately, it was a big error on my behalf. I had a bit of a moment on the right-hander before and I got distracted and yeah, then came too fast into the next left and ran wide and then the car rolled multiple times. So yeah, we probably left the road at 165 and then barrel rolling down the road. So yeah, not ideal, but yeah, that's how it goes. It's part of the sport. We're all pushing very hard. We're all trying to find the limits, and yeah, sometimes you overstep them.
And the one-off appearance for Luke Kinnear and Malcolm Reed in Toyota colours would end just 500 metres up the road. The pair unable to get the car back on stage. While the incident was minor, another competitor would cause further cosmetic damage with an unusual contact on the right side of the 2022 championship-winning Toyota.
We just ran wide on a forward. There was a bit more water through there today than there was when we did recce, so we just didn't account for that. It caught us out and ran a bit wide and then just got stuck on the edge of the road trying to back it out in reverse and ended up doing the clutch. So we were stuck there and then Stokes came through after us and then parked next to us on their side and we were all there. So I think there ended up being 3 cars in there. But anyway, everyone's okay and all we need is a new clutch and we'll be back out there tomorrow.
It felt like the championship seas were parting for Scott Petter and Glenn McNeil, and they took full advantage, powering to the rally lead after 6 stages.
Yeah, pretty cruisy in there. The much better surface. All the water's gone, so it's a bit nicer out here this afternoon.
The door was also left open for Eddie Maguire and Zach Brahey to bank some valuable points. The pair 47 seconds off the pace with 2 stages left to run on Saturday.
Not really sure what the last 2 stage times were. I don't think we were real quick on that first stage after lunch. I just was taking a bit to come alive after lunch, but yeah, we might have to push a little bit. I might have lost a little bit of time in there.
Alex Rouleau and Steve Glennie were sitting pretty in 3rd.
Yeah, just at the end there, came to the 2 left, I went for a wide entry and we hit a stump or something, so yeah, it's making some fucking noises. Steering's a little bit bent, but we're going well until then, so we'll have a look.
With Steve Maguire and Ben Searcy only 11 seconds behind Rouleau in 4th and looking at their best ARC result to date.
Yeah, pretty smooth. I have backed out a little bit just to try and keep it fairly neat. It's only early in the weekend, but no, the car's feeling really good and I think I'm going okay again too. There are some really good stages in there.
5th outright, Clayton Hoy and Pip Bennett continued to lead the way in the Main Fix Production Cup, but there wasn't much separating them on the timesheets. Just 11 seconds separated Hoy and Ryan Williams, with Molly Taylor a further 7 seconds adrift. And there was an interesting obstacle on stage with some unwelcome farmland spectators giving a number of drivers a minor scare.
Slow, 5 left over 100. Oh, hell. 100, open hairpin right. Cruises, open hairpin right.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Free steak.
Holy cow.
Yeah, we had a pretty hairy moment in stage 4. We came around a really fast right-hander in the fastest section of the stage, and there was like a whole herd of cows across the whole road. So yeah, I knew I couldn't pull up in time, but thank God we managed to get into the ditch, and thank God there was nothing in the ditch, and then the last cow kind of moved a little bit to allow like a WRX width hole on the left to go through, but it was very close.
So after 6 stages, Scott Petter increased his lead to 47.2 seconds from Eddie Maguire. Alex Rouleau up to third, 11.4 in front of Steve Maguire. Peter Rouleau and Brad Luff are separated by less than a second in 7th and 8th. And the main Fix Production Cup still rages with Clayton Hoy in 5th, leading Ryan Williams and Molly Taylor. Justin Northgate continues to lead Two-Wheel Drive Cup ahead of Dave Thomas. Mitch Garrard holding off Jaden Glusky in the juniors, and Ryan Smart with a healthy gap in the Trenching Systems Australia Two-Wheel Drive Classic Cup. One of the exciting things when I saw the entry come out for Rally Queensland was the main Fix Production Cup field. It's a mix of the next generation and experience, and we caught up with 5 of the teams.
Clayton Hoy, and this is Andrew Bennett, and we're driving an Evo 6 and it's got the Tommy Mackinnon livery on it. There's only so far you can go in state rally. Moving up from state championship stuff to ARC, I think this is the best way to go about it.
Aidan Peterson.
I'm Mitch Newton.
And we're in a 2006 Subaru Impreza STI in the ARC Production Cup. It's really good now that we've got some competition in very similar spec cars, which is more basic cars, standard gearboxes, standard engines. So yeah, it's good to have that level sort of playing field.
My name's Bodie Reading and this is my Navigator Mark and we drive at 99 Subaru WRX in the main Fix Production Cup. This year there's a lot more competition, it seems. There's a few youngsters that have stepped up, and especially with Molly doing 4 rounds as well. I think it's going to be really intense battle all weekend.
I'm Ryan Williams. I'm with Brad Jones and we're in a 2003 Subaru STI in the main Fix Production Cup.
Left 640 Brown and right 6.
I was in a previous two-wheel drive championship and everyone's now sort of in a production cup. We're actually all really good mates outside of it. We all laugh and joke and make jokes of each other.
I'm Josh and this is Nick. We're competing in the main Fix Production Cup in a GC8 WRX. I think it's very competitive. There's lots of quick guys in these cars and the cars themselves are pretty quick too, so it's good competition.
There'd be 10 seconds or so between the whole lot of us. I reckon it's going to be very tight. There's 4 or 5 people that can be there to take the win on Sunday, and you know you got to play it smart. I guess it's a really rough, intense rally.
So some real talent there to watch out for, not just in this event, but in future rounds of the ARC. So as we move into the next stage of the day, Scott Petter has a commanding lead. Let's see how stages 7 and 8 unfold.
.58 left, into flat right on crest, 50.
The day belonged to Scott Petter and Glenn McNeil, the pair coasting to victory nearly 1 minute ahead of their nearest rivals. It was a perfect day for Petter and McNeil, a clean sweep of stage wins and maximum points for the heat victory.
I heard every single possible noise in the car, smell in the car. Frustrating that that Harry and Lewis had the problems that they did, and you know, feel sorry for those guys. But you know, we've had our bad luck, they're going to have their bad luck. That's what the sport's all about, so on to tomorrow.
It was a strong day for the Maguire Motorsport pair. Eddie Maguire in second, while Steve Maguire enjoyed his best result in the ARC with a third place podium heat finish.
Not so consistent, had a spin in that other stage and had some trouble with some cows, friendly cows, but no, we're happy. I think that's third for the day, so banked some good points and happy with our pace. I finally pulled finger, I think.
Those results seeing Skoda with a podium lockout for the Czech manufacturer.
I think we can push a bit tomorrow knowing that we've got some confidence. So, yeah, it's been a great day.
A late charge from the Luff brothers saw them end the day in 5th, a solid haul of points.
Yeah, very happy with that. We had no issues today, so yeah, better than a lot, so we'll just keep at that tomorrow.
Peter Rouleau and James Marquette were consistent throughout Saturday, claiming 6th.
Look, we made a few adjustments to the car and you know the car is perfect for these last few stages, so no, I'm really happy.
But on the other side of the Rouleau garage, Alex Rouleau and Steve Glennie's chance at a podium finish came to an end when they suffered damage to a control arm late in stage 6, costing them valuable time in the day's final 2 stages. The pair would limp home to ultimately finish the day and salvage some points.
Yeah, 2 stages ago we hit a stump on an entry, like right at the end of the stage. We were going good, so yeah, it's actually snapped the lower control arm. So we done this stage and the stage before with no lower control arm. So yeah, we thought we'd get whatever points we can.
In the main fixed production cup, Clayton Hoy and Pip Bennett enjoyed a standout day. 4th place outright and a class win ahead of both Molly Taylor and Ryan Williams in the cup battle.
Pretty tricky, dangerous roads. We had a bit of a gap on Molly coming into this one, so we backed off and just made time where we could and tried to be safe in the bad stuff.
In the Trenching Systems Australia Classic Cup, Ryan Smart and co-driver Holly Kilbride put on a show in his Datsun Stanza, nearly cracking the top 10, but doing more than enough to claim the Classic Cup honours.
Yeah, look, we had a pretty good hard push this afternoon. You know, we had a good lead, but I know if you get a flat tyre, it's gone. So we just wanted to push and, yeah, have a clean run. That's what we've done. So it looks like we've done all right today.
So Scott Petter wins Heat 1 by 58.9 seconds after 9 stage wins from 9. Second to Eddie Maguire. A career best third for Steve Maguire. Bodie Reading and Josh Weedman round out the top 10. And what a day for Main Fixed Production Cup. Clayton Hoy wins from Molly Taylor by just 3.8 seconds and end up with a great outright result with 4th and 5th. Ryan Williams, a top effort. Also, well done to Justin Northridge securing the 2-wheel drive win in his Lotus. Mitch Garrard holds on to the win in the juniors, and a great run for Ryan Smart in his Stanza, winning the 2-wheel drive classic by over 2.5 minutes. And joining me at the desk is the winner from today, mate, Scott Petter. What a day.
Yeah, thanks, mate. It was a terrific day. Obviously, you know, my hearts go out to the Toyota crew on that first stage, and particularly Lewis. That's a big crash. I've had some of those, and I know what they feel like. And yeah, I hope to see him back.
The thing was 9 stage wins from 9. It sounds easy, but it's not an easy rally, and it's not easy to win from there.
No, it's a really tricky forest, as you know, Dino. It's just the surface changes, and you think you've got a clue about what the roads are going to be like overnight and doing recce and that sort of stuff, and it always seems to surprise you one way or the other, and it did this morning, and obviously it did more so Harry than us, and this time we're on the good side of the ledger.
Now, going back, round 2 Forest Rally, similar position, so you're not taking anything for granted, I'm guessing.
No.
You want to land tomorrow as well. Today's great, but tomorrow's what it's
about. Heat ones are good, but yeah, need to consolidate now and have a good run tomorrow. I think that Glastonbury stage is potentially the trickiest stage of the championship, and I haven't done any of those stages. So I'm up against it, so I've got some study to do tonight and come back tomorrow morning.
Do you find that different? You say study there. That's not something you and I did back in the day. Is that good? Do you like that part of it or not really?
No, I never used to take videos and HDMI cables and that sort of stuff to rallies, but nowadays you do, and it's you know, it's great technology, and it's great to have a look at the stages beforehand, and yeah, I think it's a great addition to rallying.
You're coming back 10 years after winning your championship. Like, a lot of people wouldn't do that. Are you enjoying it, or is it harder than you thought? Is it?
Sadly, I am. I sort of hoped that I wouldn't, but yeah, look, I'm still a 16-year-old, 18-year-old kid at heart, and I love it. You know, and days like this are pretty special, so I do enjoy it. Yeah.
So tell me tomorrow, do you like the fact that the points are locked away tonight? I mean, there are some rounds we'll do enduro. You'll have to continue on. You bank big points, but do you like the fact they're locked away and it's a clean slate tomorrow? Because it brings Harry back in the fold. You start on scratch. Does that put more pressure on or not?
No, I think it's less pressure. I think, you know, you've banked that, and, you know, like otherwise you'd be going with a 1 minute lead tomorrow and potentially to ruin today's good work. So, you know, today's done. That's done. And tomorrow's a fresh day, and you know, the championship's pretty close now, so it's good.
It certainly is, mate. Well done for today. Well done to you and GMAC, the team. Like I said, good luck tomorrow, and we'll look forward to catching up with that. So well done to Scott Petter and the team. We now cross to Charlie with more of today's stories.
Thanks, Dean. I'm here with Ryan Smart, the Trenching Systems Australia Classic Cup winner. Ryan, big smiles, of course. Fantastic day for you. Must feel pretty good to be back in the car.
Yeah. Look, it's been a good day. The feeling this morning was a little bit rusty, you know, notes, it's been a long time, but this afternoon we had a really clean run and had a good go in there, and we got through unscathed, so that's good so far.
Mitch Garrett, Junior Cup winner on a Saturday. Great day for you in the Subaru.
Yeah, we had a great day. We were able to push through and we got some helpful advice from the Irishmans in front of us and said full send. So that's exactly what we did. Jaden was starting to catch us, so good on him. He gave us a really good battle and made us sort of push right to the end. So yeah, great day, and we'll do it all again tomorrow.
Clayton Hoy, Main Fix Production Cup winner. Impressive day for you and a heat win. How good?
It's pretty good, yeah. I didn't expect it at all. I came here having done one rally sprint last year, first rally this year. Molly was pushing quite hard. We managed to get a bit of a lead on her, so then the last two we actually sort of consolidated, and she nearly ended up getting us. So I think we got it by 4 seconds. And tomorrow you start another day, so it's another heat. So we didn't really see any point in trying to extend a lead, just sort of try and hold on to what we had.
So what an unbelievable day here in the Australian Rally Championship. Storylines everywhere. Who knows what tomorrow's going to bring. But keep up to date with all the results and the news on rally.com.au, the Subaru Results Hub. We can't wait for tomorrow. We'll see you then.